Hey, Sagittarius, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your September 2024 career reading. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning, and welcome if you're new. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, wow, do you have some powerful cards coming in here, Sag? You have the Rider card, Windfall, taking off, spirituality, and luck. Whatever is happening for you this month, it is big. Now, starting off, you have Windfall. You're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. This could also be a business taking off. Some of you, there is a lucky break happening. It wouldn't surprise me to see the Wheel of Fortune in your reading, maybe even the Empress. Four of Wands, we'll take that. There's some sort of celebration coming in for you. And it's actually laying a strong, solid foundation for your long-term growth and stability as well. The High Priestess says you may be keeping something to yourself, or it may be important to keep this to yourself for the time being, or it could be breaking the silence. Yeah, for some of you, it's like you've kept something on the lowdown, you've kept it hidden, but now you're ready to bring it to fruition. We're just getting all your cards out here. Use money magical spells to increase wealth and prosperity. So whenever I hear the word spells, I think of words, spelling, right? Bottom of the deck, we have the sun. So our words really show up in a profound way. And I feel some of you, if you've written down your intentions, because we actually have the Rider card, if you wrote something down on paper, maybe this was a while ago, I feel like you're going to see that whatever you have written down or whatever intentions you have set out to achieve, you're manifesting here. Spiritual advisor. This could be even a healer coming your way. This could be a tarot reading that really resonates. It really hits home. Some of you could be tarot readers. I see that you are ready to take off in a new direction because the past may have even been holding you back here in some way, shape, or form. And yeah, Five of Pentacles in your hopes and fears. But what we see is you taking a look at how far you've come and taking anything from the past that may have limited you or may have conditioned you to believe in a story that no longer serves you. You're actually healing from it. You're really being put in a strong, stable position here with the fours that I see showing up for you. You have the Four of Wands, celebration. You have the Four of Swords, recovery, rejuvenation, healing. Some of you may even be taking a little bit of time for yourself in the near future. But let's dive in. Your first card out is Rider. Words are magic. Use them to manifest more abundance. And the fact that you have on the spirituality card, use money spells to increase wealth and prosperity. You may have created a vision board. This could be intentions that you've written down. Some of you are writers, journalists, authors. You could even be looking at books, blogging. You could be a content writer or any other creative writing aspect here. You have windfall. You're about to receive a windfall. Money is currently in a positive cycle. So there is a new cycle showing up here, or you're bringing more stability to an existing cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that purchase. Some of you are treating yourself to, it could be something bougie. It could be a healing retreat. It could be Airbnb, taking some time for yourself, getting pampered. It could be a massage or a weekend getaway. Yeah, I feel like you've earned your rest, or you've earned this ability to play in a way, or to have fun, to celebrate the fruits of your labor. And we also have taking off, take off. Things will take off much sooner than you expected. Now is a good time to take action. There is no stopping you now, which sounds counterintuitive for what we see in the near future with the rest. But I actually feel for some of you, this has to do with, you know, getting your rest because you're going to need it. Things are going to speed up. So it could be after some sort of vacation or weekend getaway, or maybe you have a little bit of time off or time for yourself. And that is to rejuvenate, recuperate, get your energy up, because then things really start to grow is what I see in your outcome energy. Okay. If you're rushing into things, which I don't see you are rushing into anything here, I feel like you may be very excited to begin this next chapter or to launch, but I also see that you have made a clear plan. Just be mindful of taking things too fast here, because you don't want to miss some of the most important steps along the way, right? So for example, I mean, I'm not a pilot. I've always wanted to get my pilot's license and may still do so, but you have to pay attention, right? There's possibly a lot of different gears, a lot of controls, a lot that needs to, you know, have your logical mind very in the now, in the moment, in order to take a plane up into the air. It requires that control panel to, you know, have your full on attention. And that's what I get here as well. We don't want to rush the process and just start hitting all kinds of buttons, because then you may not take off, is what I'm getting here. And I feel like things are going to be potentially more smooth than you think. Okay. Because spirituality is showing up here. And I feel like you are a spiritual advisor, or you are connecting to this high priestess energy. Maybe this is why these two cards are showing up in your reading, Sagittarius, because Spirit is saying, don't doubt yourself. Don't second guess your own intuition. Trust. If you feel like someone has a hidden agenda, or if you feel like there's something that needs to be healed or a blockage that needs to be looked at, dive into this. Now, this could be anything in the spiritual mysticism realm, or, you know, occult. You could be a tarot reader, a healer, a spiritual advisor, or you're seeking one at this time. You are being guided to discover your unique spiritual path right now. And I feel like you're also being guided to heal some money blockages that may have held you back, which we'll talk about. But I see the Five of Pentacles. There's been some sort of loss that you've endured, or financial or poverty conscious mindset that you started to believe, right? And maybe you're thinking, Mel, I don't think so. I feel really good. It could be subconscious that you've seen growing up, and you may respond differently. You may not be aware. Something is being brought up to your awareness in order for you to really take flight. We also have the luck card showing up here. This is at the bottom of the deck, so this potentially could be what you don't see coming. I do see here that the clover is a very powerful time of fortune, of abundance. It says anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. And you may have had to take on a diagonal approach, or you may have had to pivot, because you can see in this game of tic-tac-toe, it's not linear, right? And it's not, you know, parallel. I feel like you've maybe taken a sidestep here, because you see the diagonal is where it comes in. So maybe pivoting or course correcting in some way, shape, or form. It says, if you believe that you're lucky, you'll create an abundant mindset, because I believe that we create our own luck, right? By choosing to see things from alternative viewpoints, because the way that we view our reality is based on the lens of conditioning that we've experienced. And when you don't let the past, which we actually see the past showing up here, and we see the past showing up in your energy with the Six of Cups, when we don't let the past hold us back, right? It says, you could even be receiving money from something you did in the past. This could be some good work. This could be good karma. It could be, you know, an opportunity that you applied for, or, you know, a position that you applied for in the past, or an idea that you've had, maybe you put on the back burner. It also says, look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. So yeah, I feel like the past is showing up here for you to turn it into something quite magical, okay? Turning it into something magical and to increase your luck, increase your abundance. Your perspective is shifting your growth and, possibly stomping your luck. That could be the block, is the perspective, is that mindset of not enough, lack of, okay, financial instability because you've gone through it before. And Sagittarius, I feel like you are shifting your belief. You're creating your own luck. That's why I'm picking up on that Wheel of Fortune for you, because that wheel is spinning, but you don't have to repeat something. Now is the time. Now's the time to really take off and not rush impulsively. So starting off, we have the Four of Wands. Now, as it came out, it's almost as if I seen it in reverse, kind of flipping upright. So some of you may have gone through a period where plans didn't go the way that you thought they would. It's almost as if you got to the next level and then something may have crashed and burned, hence the taking off, right? It's like you felt good about it. It may have come in quickly for you in the past, or perhaps you didn't get something off the ground because that momentum, that consistency didn't stay with you. But I feel like it's here to stay now. What's the difference between now and then? I feel like you've learned all that you've needed to learn here with the Eight of Cups, right? And it was emotional to you, or it may have been something that had affected you emotionally in such a profound way that you kept turning back. But what I love about this Eight of Cups is she's not looking over her shoulder. And you'll see in a lot of tarot cards, the Eight of Cups, they're looking backwards. And I feel like if you're looking back to the past, which we see showing up, it's only to help you understand a future lesson, right? An experience or an old skill. It's to hone in on something that may have been buried deep in your subconscious so you can move forward and finally be able to take something to the next level. Take your career, take your business, take your money, right? Take your growth, your education, your experiences, whatever this may be for you. But I feel for you, you may have been dealing with people that had a hidden agenda, okay? You may have been dealing with people who were very secretive, or you may have received, I'm just going to put this out there, take it as it resonates. You may have received misguided information from someone who could be a spiritual influencer, a spiritual guide of some sort, or this is you not listening to your own intuition. And this is crossing your path because there's something here Spirit is saying, whoa, wait a minute. We're showing up twice here for you with spirituality. Use this time to increase your wealth. Use this time to increase your prosperity. You are being guided to discover your gifts, your unique gifts to the world. This is part of your spiritual path. So perhaps some of you are wanting to connect to a coach, an advisor, a healer, a shaman, a mentor, a teacher, whoever this is for you. I feel like this could bring about great change in your world. And also some of you who've been maybe watching too many tarot readings, or if you've been going all in and trying to get some answers, but at the same time, it doesn't feel like any resonate, or it doesn't feel like the information is sticking. That could be a part of you needing to just back up from it and connect with yourself through meditation, through getting outdoors, or, taking a little bit of a maybe social media break, or stepping back from the energy because it may feel a little bit convoluted or overwhelming at times, okay? Because you are very intuitive, Sag. You are very, very intuitive, but I feel for some of you, it's like you've picked up on so much energy here that you need to kind of rest or step away from something in order to see or get that clearer vision. Now, below you, we do have the Page of Wands showing up here. This is an exploration of curiosities. Page of Wands can be communication. It can be opportunities for growth. Some of you put yourself on a course of study. This can even be enthusiasm and excitement regarding your passion, regarding something here. But I feel like it it lost its excitement, or you may have decided you didn't finish it up, or life happened and you put it on the back burner. I feel in the recent past, you may have stepped away from this in order to take care of you in some way, or, to rediscover a part of yourself. Perhaps this is what wasn't able to get off the ground, and maybe the past is coming in saying it's time. If you want this opportunity to maybe go back and write that book, or to start that online business, or to apply for, a position that may have rejected you in the past, but it wasn't the right time. I feel like you're seeing growth, you're seeing expansion here. But it does require you to keep on keeping, put one foot in front of the other here. 8 of Cups is my eat, pray, love card. And I feel it does require you to let go of what was to make room for what can be. What is the new opportunity coming in? You're walking towards your 9 of Cups, something that feels more meaningful. It's a more enriching experience of the heart, of the soul, of your own intuitive capabilities here, Sagittarius. And we have the Queen of Swords showing up. A lot of signs have been receiving strong Libran energy. And towards the end of September, we enter Libran season through the end of October 22nd-ish. And so I feel like the time is during Libran season that you really set these clear boundaries, because the Queen of Swords in the upright, she knows what she knows. She's intuitive, she's logical, she's intelligent. She is not a procrastinator. She will move forward and put her emotions to the side here and strategically, analytically, and rationally move forward using the power of the mind. And I feel like you are really rising above. You actually see the one, it could be a crow, it could be an eagle. It's a winged creature because she is an air sign. You may have some air placements in your chart. But regardless, you are embodying the characteristics here of the Queen of Swords. Female or male, it does not matter. Sign, it does not matter. You are embodying her. And I feel like you're moving forward and you're cutting out. That's why she has the sword, because she has the ability to cut out limiting beliefs, to cut out whatever hinders her on her path. It's like going through a jungle with a machete, right? And I feel like you have gone through the jungle, and you may still feel like you're in that jungle, but to clear the path, you got to kind of cut your way forward. And I feel like that's what you're doing here. Now you have the 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is rest and retreat. It is possibly pampering yourself, loving yourself, showing yourself extra care and compassion and kindness, but it's also mental, right? 4 of Swords can be healing from potentially a mental breakdown. It can be healing from overworking, overthinking, and even ignoring the signs that the intuition has been cautioning you, or has been saying, we've been trying to get your attention. What do we need to do? Stub your big toe? What do we need to do? Have it hit you right in the face before you're able to see it. So I feel like you've been ignoring the signs, but not anymore. Why? Because it's time. There is divine intervention. There is spirituality showing up here for you. And I feel like it's time for you to see something that perhaps had eluded you, or perhaps you weren't able to recognize for whatever reason, possibly because there was so much going on for you. And you may be taking a little bit of time for yourself, time to heal the mind, meditating more, connecting with nature, even building a secure space to rest. Some of you may even be changing up where you work. I'm getting your workspace, bringing about more safety or security to your workspace even, and creating a sense of, safety for all. There's something about safety here, or feeling safe within the confinements, feeling safe to be able to express yourself, Sagittarius, feeling safe to move forward on your path. Because, you know, as you're walking through the jungle with that machete, there could be a snake that comes out. There is going to be a whole plethora of different things that come your way. And I feel that you have to be present. It's important to be present, because if you're focusing, you know, on the past, or if your mind is lost, you're not going to see something that shows up for you, which could be a snake. But that snake doesn't have to bite you. It could be your food. It could be your saving grace. So it's how you view that perspective, but you must be present. And whatever this mental break is actually going to help you bring more balance and be more present in the now. Yeah. How are you doing? This is your energy, Sag, 6 of Cups. That's why you have this past card showing up here. Again, this is about possibly something from the past coming up, good or bad, right? Good or bad, or I don't even like good or bad. I like, you know, opportunity and growth. I'll exchange it for those words, because I mean, they're just words at that, but not just words. As your reading says, words do hold power. So if you look at it as, you know, an opportunity or growth, I feel like the past can help you out in some way, shape, or form. Look to the past to understand the future, a lesson, an experience, or an old skill. But then once you have this show up in your awareness, then you're able to heal it. You're able to deal with it. You're able to move forward with a new sense of clarity. And I feel like that's why we have the 6 of Cups showing up, because this is a second chance to reconnect to possibly even a childhood dream. It may be a chance to heal, maybe a belief system that was built in during childhood. Maybe you were brought up with no money, or a lot of money, or you were brought up with, I have to work hard and do it the hard way, right? There's something that is transforming within you that is no longer relevant, or it's not helping you. It has kept you in that state of opposition, resistance, or it's kept you on the ground, right? When you're born to take off here. And I feel like there is an opportunity here coming up, but using the past to help you take off. What's showing up in the environment is the 3 of Cups. So 3 of Cups is community. It is friends. It's celebration. This could be the news of a new job, a raise. Some of you are passing a test. Some of you are reuniting with an energy here that's coming back around. If this is what you're seeking, the 6 of Cups doesn't have to be, you know, challenging. It can be an opportunity. So take it as it suits you, as it resonates to your energy. The 3 of Cups is saying there's an opportunity to bring about soul tribe and connection, and to follow your true heart's compass. Look at the Big Dipper above them. They're looking at the Big Dipper, and the Big Dipper guides us directly towards the North Star. So it's as if you are discovering parts of who you are, parts of maybe who you haven't even embraced yet. And something is coming up within you. Something is becoming more alive than ever before. And I really get this energy here, Sag, of you being able to take off in such a profound way, where it does shift and shape the course of your destiny. I feel like you were always meant to take off, but I see magic happening even behind the scenes that you're not maybe seeing physically in front of you, but you will. You absolutely will. Now, hopes and fears. The fear is major loss, right? Major loss. It is pride. It's feeling left out in the cold. It's massive financial and health issues, health concerns, changes. But it's showing up in the upright, which means this is being brought up to your awareness, your conscious awareness, because it may have been subconscious, rooted since childhood, but it's now showing up because you have the key. You've discovered something very, very important that will unlock this new opportunity for growth and abundance. That's why you have this windfall coming in. You're about to receive a windfall of money or a pay raise. There is an increase of abundance here for you. Money is in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself. Make that purchase. Spend on the things that help you grow. This could be education. This could be classes. It could be, things that inspire you. It could be that trip. Trips inspire me all the time. I'm always traveling because that gives me a new perspective, and I live for new perspectives, right? And so I feel here, Sagittarius, that you are gaining a new perspective on an old belief system, and it really does shift, alter, and change your world. Now the outcome is the Seven of Pence. The Seven of Pentacles is all about reflection. It's about insight. You've worked long and hard to grow something, and what I see here is on the surface, you haven't seen a lot of growth, but below the surface, as you see in this illustration, what you may not have been seeing is the roots have been growing stronger and stronger and stronger and bigger and longer. They have been creating a sense of stability. And I feel like you now are seeing it from a greater perspective than just what's on top. Just, instead of what's surface, you now have the ability to see it as a whole. And I feel by seeing something as a whole, it allows you to take off. It allows you to embark upon this journey, right? It's a good time to take action. And I feel like this isn't quick action. It's not, overnight. This is something that does take time. But now that it's not just surface, you're digging into maybe the deep subconscious. It actually is going to come to fruition. Seven of Pentacles is about assessing your return, right? It's rewards, it's harvest, it's patience. It is hard work paying off. And I feel like the message here is saying, you've been growing something. And even though at times you feel like it hasn't been growing, it has. Okay, it has. We're going to get one clarifying card with that Seven of Pence. Oh, okay. Or we'll get three. Spirit, what do we have to clarify, please? Nine of Swords, Knight of Coins, Ten of Swords. Oh, wow. Whew. You're wrapping up this cycle of anxiety and grief and maybe financial struggle. Some of you have gone through a massive, loss of a home, a job. This could be personally in your life, maybe a health concern. The good news, this is good news. You are accepting some sort of past trauma, and you've reached the end of this cycle, and you're lifting this anguish. 9 and 10 of Swords is getting out of that mental space. Like I said, some of you did have or go through a little bit of a mental breakdown, or you've reached this point of your journey that has become too much. And I feel you're moving on with this Knight of Coins, and it's been a slow, steady ride, but it says patience to succeed. Seven of Coins and Knight of Coins. What you are telling yourself is, I'm not letting the stress and the anxiety and the anguish of the past, or any endings that I've gone through in the past, you're not letting them hold you back from growth. If anything, they have helped you on your journey towards growth, financial growth, right? And yeah, I feel like there has been some sort of trauma here. I'm just going to one more card, because we see Knight of Coins is saying it will pay off. Seven of Cups or Seven of Pentacles, it will pay off. But I just want to take a sneak peek at what you're leaving behind, because you're walking towards your Nine of Cups, but you know where you've been. I probably don't need to dig into it, but I just want to get one card here. Nine of Swords. What's the 9 and the 10 about? Nine of Coins. Okay. Nine of Coins in reverse, unfulfilled achievement. Nine of Coins in reverse can even be not able to stand on one's own, or it feels very stressful mentally, mentally, psychologically even. It can be loneliness, empty, not following through. Yeah, it almost feels like people didn't follow through, or maybe you felt like you weren't able to follow through on taking off. You know that you're meant for so much more, but it feels like you kept staying on the ground because of this Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, but that's what you are pushing through. There's a new sense of achievement coming in, and Spirit wants you to know that now you're able to see all of it, not just the surface of something. So this is a big transformative time for you, Sag. It's going to change the way that you view everything. And within that, it's going to allow you to take off and, embark upon this journey of abundance, whatever abundance may mean for you. But it does require action. Your participation is required. Okay. And it may be that you've been overworking, overthinking. The mind has become so scattered. That break is needed, right? And fork in the road is showing up here. It's card 13. 13 in tarot is the death. There's something that is being reborn. Okay. Something, by meaning something is you. You are being reborn. It's time to make decisions, considering consequences as you prepare to act, owning up to your obligations to make a necessary choice. Okay. So I don't see any twos. But I do feel with this Six of Cups, you have a choice. You can stay in this energy of the past showing up here, or you can use the past to embark upon your present and your future, right? I feel like you can step towards your Nine of Cups, but it does require you to let go of what was. You've come as far as you can on this part of your journey. And now you're faced with a choice. And maybe that's that Seven of Pentacles as well. It's time to reevaluate your life course. Do you want to be in this career anymore? Maybe at one point it brought you a lot of happiness, but somewhere along the line that fizzled out. Excuse me. And that's okay. Things fizzle out. We don't have to continue doing something that doesn't fulfill us anymore. And we get caught up in the belief that we have to stay in it, right? If you want to detour and if you want to take a new path, you have every ability to do so. You just need to take that machete with you through the jungle and cut out anything that, you can't see in a way, to clear the path, to be that trailblazer, blazer, to embark upon a new journey, to reach whatever that destination may be for you. Your soul knows. You just have to trust it. It says here, you're faced with a choice. Inherent in this choice is the need for change, for evolution, and for bettering of your circumstances. Narrow it down to just a single question. Who do I need to become, and what do I need to believe in order to live a life of prosperity? Answer honestly and from the heart. Then the decision about which way to go will be effortless. Know that abundance is all around you. Choose to see it, and it will be easier to settle on a direction. For the way will be made clear by your intuition. Yeah. It will. It's showing up here. It's showing up crossing your path for this reason. If plans didn't go expected with that Four of Wands, you have a new path here available to you if you want it, which may require more simplicity, right? Or it may require you to slow down a bit, maybe to slow down in your lifestyle. It may require you to not expend so much of your time and your energy doing something. Now we have your path will be made clear by your intuition. It'll steer you towards your well-being. I am going to read to you the protection message, excuse me, because we do have the High Priestess. We have the High Priestess in reverse, and the protection message is this. Indecision is extremely frustrating and will lead to anxiety, loss, and confusion. That's that 9 and 10 of Swords, right? And it may be that way because we feel disconnected from our own intuition at times. At this juncture, you can't remain in place without losing your way altogether. Avoid the tendency to let others choose for you, which amounts to a subtle refusal to take responsibility. Don't give your power away, not even to this oracle. Yeah, we said that earlier. Don't give your power away to anything that feels less than the truth for you. Okay? You have the ability. You are the one that is the creator of your life. By not making a choice, you are making a choice for which you must be accountable. If that choice leads to undesirable circumstances, take heart. Spirit never tires of giving you second chances. That's that Six of Cups. Six of Cups is the card, Sag, of second chances. You can always start again once you've learned this valuable lesson. Yeah. So that's the juncture, right? The message is to not let others choose for you. Embrace the Queen of Swords energy. Like I said, she is strong. She's determined. When she sets her mind forward, I mean, she can use her mind to build or destroy. That's the power of the mind. But the good news is you have 100% control over your mind. Amen to that, right? You do. And that may scare you. That may be daunting. But Spirit is saying here, you have everything you need to forge this path forward, to see things from a new perspective, to hang on to a belief system that maybe you even forgot about, right? You forgot how powerful you are. You forgot somewhere along the line. And I feel like you're waking up. Some of you may be journalers, or you may have journaled. You may be going back and reading some old journals. That may help you remember who you are. There is something of the past showing up here that could be very beneficial to you. So you may want to look at old vision boards, old journals, or old notes. Something of that nature could help you very much. I'm even looking at old mementos of your childhood, such as drawings or poems that you had written, things of that nature. Let's get a few messages here from your spirit animals. And at this time, Sagittarius, I just ask, if you can, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, the belly area. Nice big inhale through the nose. Hold it as long as you can. And release with a nice big sigh. And with your eyes still closed, tune into your third eye chakra, the area between your eyebrows and your forehead region. And I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now, this could be an animal that flies high in the sky. It could be an animal that swims deep in the sea. Perhaps your animals are wild, magical, mystical, or even domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that you currently have at your home or by your side. Or perhaps an animal that has crossed your path recently in the great outdoors. There is no right or wrong answer, Sagittarius. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you're ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find that information in the comment section below or description box below, but you can also drop your power animals in the comment section. That will directly get you into that free reading giveaway, where I draw one winner around the first of each month and post right back here on the channel. So please make sure you've hit that subscribe and bell button so you don't miss that notification. All right, we have the Wasp card 64. Some of you may be 64, 52, 40, or 23. You could also be born on the 23rd. 64 says, sometimes life stings. The wasp, right? The wasp can come into your world and it can sting. And I do see that some of you with that 9 and the 10 of swords, you've gone through a period where it stung, right? but that stinger is being pulled out. There's something here about you pulling out that stinger, and maybe that stinger has been in there for quite some time. That could be a belief system that limits you. That could be something that has created this fear around your future. And I feel like you're pulling that stinger out, and there's healing and there's repair that's happening here for you. So at this time, Mouse Spirit says, tend to the small things, right? Tend to the small things. Whatever you need to do at this time, I feel like you may even be, catching up on your to-do list. I see a time in the future for rest, and I feel like you will need that rest because things will speed up here. You have some choices and decisions to make, but in the meantime, I feel like it is important for you to, tend to the small things. Yeah. We have Eagle. Spirit has your back. It's important to remember that because sometimes we forget that we have that support. We forget that, we are loved, that we have the ability to manifest our dreams with our biggest manifesting partner, Spirit, right? And I feel like you're being reminded of that. You're remembering that. And we also have this scarab beetle. Magic works through you. You are a magical being. Own it, right? Own it. I am also getting Egyptian ties. Some of you may have some strong ties with Egypt with that scarab beetle. There could even be some past life stuff. For those of you that are into astrology, look into your south node. Your south node could give you some insight into, your gifts. It can be things that you can utilize in this lifetime to help you on your true north path. So north and south node, you may want to look into. You can find what those are for you. If you're not sure, you can go on Google and find it. And last but not least, messages from your ancestors, guides, loved ones. We have get grounded. Get grounded. If you are an empath, you may also be highly sensitive. Connect with nature. Get out in nature. Go for a walk. Go for a hike. Go camping. Unplug. Get outside. Eat more fruits or vegetables. Plant-based plant-based foods or products, yes. This could also be flowers. Some of you, flowers are significant. You may see wildflowers growing, or you may be growing your own flowers. I'm also getting essential oils could be significant. Maybe even the essence of rose in itself. Rose can be a healer of the heart. You may have rose spray. Some of you could even be visiting like a monastery or like a monk, a spiritual retreat. Yeah, you could be planning this out. Maybe it's ayahuasca. Maybe it's a yoga retreat. This could be, a temple, a sacred temple. Maybe you really are going out to the jungle somewhere. And I feel like there is a bit of a getaway. And this could even be, and I don't feel like it's escapism. It's actually allowing you to come back home to yourself in some way, shape, or form. So get grounded, because you may have been feeling very spacey, very aloof, maybe brain fog, forgetful. Those are all signs that you're ungrounded. And because we have the high priestess here, I feel like spiritually she's wanting you to get grounded. And it says at the bottom, you're being guided to discover your own unique spiritual path, and you can do so more by getting grounded. So that is what I have for you, Sag. I hope this was helpful. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Do drop your power animals in the comment section below to be entered into that free reading giveaway. And thank you so very much for tuning in today. Lots of love.